There's someone at the door, Gromit. I wonder who that could be. Good grief, it's you.
Yes, it's me. What the heck was up with Flushed Away?
Oh, I'm sorry.
The animation was awful, but somehow the story made me forget about it. Logic tells me I should hate this movie, yet somehow I don't. Explain this to me, Wallace. Explain!
Wouldn't you like to see...
No, I don't want to see Chicken Run. I'm doing the Flushed Away movie.
Oh, dear.
G'day little nippers and welcome to the show! What do you get when you combine the fluid stop motion animation behind Wallace and Gromit and the beautifully detailed CGI animation from the company that did Shrek, DreamWorks? An abomination, that's what you get. This is Flushed Away. Oh. So, as you might notice in the first maybe, 2 minutes of this film, the animation is ungood, shall we say. I mean, look at it. The choppy movements of the mouths moving to stimulate stop motion, and then the cartoony-like physics of a fast-paced animation like Prince of Egypt really do not complement each other well. In fact, it has the opposite effect. Rather than complement each other as they outright should, they outright insult each other instead. However, the story... What was that, mate? The story is... Sorry, mate, you're going to have to speak. I said the story and plot of this is almost flawless. It had great setup, clever tie-ins, subtle winks to other productions.
Have you seen my dad?
And the characters? The characters are some of the most well-developed, well-established and detailed characters I have ever seen in animation. With the voice talents of Hugh Jackman, Bill Nighy, Kate Winslet, all giving a brilliant degree of addition to the already flawless character development, everything that is needed when establishing a character is not only done to the ladder, but in my opinion, gone above and beyond. I dare not spoil the Toad's background, but needless to say, it is hilarious and wonderfully original. Honestly, I find very little to pick apart in terms of story or creativity to the film because, well, it's almost perfect. If I was feeling really picky, I could say that maybe the characters of Roddy and Rita were maybe a little over the top at times. I mean, they fit their characters really well, and like I said, having Kate Winslet and Hugh Jackman be your voice can hardly be called a bad thing.
I could learn to like this place.
But there were times that during the film when I was watching and going, whoa, pump the brakes on the comedy a little bit, Roddy. We're heading into Jim Carrey levels of slapstick here. Or, okay, Rita, that was a little too ruthless and mean. Let's ease it up a little bit. But otherwise, the clever tie-ins and references in the background, particularly what Aardman Studios is famous for in their films, was classic. And there are way too many of them just to point out in one viewing. No, the problem I had was the animation, which, let's face it, was the worst thing about the movie. I do appreciate that there was a fire, and most of the models from Aardman Studios, like the likes of Chicken Run and other projects, went up in smoke. But honestly, wouldn't it have been cheaper to simply make more characters? Different characters? I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Overall, Flushed Away in terms of a classic story, clever references, character development, and just general pacing and comedy, in my eyes, would have been a lot more successful and the film gone down a lot better if only the animation were perhaps more fluid and more clay-like. I mean, maybe the technology was new and no other like it existed, but combining two contrasting animation styles in this case really did it no favours. I score this film 8 out of 10 Croc Points. A truly inspiring film that I think maybe it should stick to story better next time, and better animation. Take care, little nippers. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and, if you can, support me on Patreon. See you in a while, crocodiles!
And gently down.